So only 5 pages in, and I already have a problem with this book. Who would want to spend their honeymoon in a haunted palace?
She wears a crown that tilts to the side, lost in a book while battles collide. They call her queen, she shrugs at...
That's hilarious. So on the first page, the vampire main character, she's having a drink with her friends, and her friend is like, hey, do you like cats or dogs? She says dogs, and the werewolf in the story is walking by and he smirks at her. Like, that's hilarious.
Lost in a book while battles collide. They call her queen, she shrugs at the name. Her paper crown burns brighter than...
Alright, hey y'all, so it is not April 2nd. I finished 2 books. Alright, so I ended up finishing Fang yesterday, and I'm holding it backwards, of course. I ended up finishing Fang yesterday. The book is always such a quick, fun read every time I revisit it. This is my second time reading it. It's basically about this vampire and werewolf, and we're just navigating being a vampire and a werewolf while they're dating. The hilarity ensues in this book. We see a lot of just funny moments between the 2 characters. We see their love grow, and it's just a really hilarious and fun time. And yeah, that was Fang. It was really good. So the next book that I read was Willow. This is a book in the Buffy the Vampire Slayer universe. In this story, we're following Willow, who is going on her own self-discovery journey. In this story, we're just following her as she is grieving the loss of a friend. And she kind of escapes to a town where there's a whole bunch of witches. And she's finding her coven within that group and trying to find her voice, and also dealing with the past trauma that she has endured. It was really, really good. Another fast-paced read. I really want to read more books in the Buffy universe surrounding Willow. I always feel like she's always a really fun character to explore because she has magic, and I just love Willow so much. She's one of my favorite characters from that show, aside from Buffy. Yeah, 5 out of 5 for both books. Sad to say, even though I loved reading these 2 books, I still very much feel like I'm in a reading slump. I'm not sure what I'm going to read next. I'm not really excited to read anything else. I've been watching old Disney Channel TV shows like Hannah Montana. I've been watching The OC, and I'm very much in that headspace. So if I would want to read anything, it would be something within those universes of that type of content. But unfortunately, I don't have any Hannah Montana books or Wizards of Waverly Place books or any books from the OC. Yeah, and I can't go to the library at this moment because we're in the middle of a storm. So I'm just stuck using my own library at this moment, and I don't want to pick anything from there. And yeah, that's where my headspace is at the moment. So we will see how this... So, I started the Pretty Little Liars series last year. And I stopped it midway because I got a little bit burnt out. And last month I decided to try and read to get back into it. I tried to finish the book so I could talk about it in my March monthly wrap-up. But that didn't work out. So, I'm going to try and finish it this month. My goal is to finish the Pretty Little Liars book series by the end of the year. I think I can accomplish that because I'm already on book 10 out of 16. So I might be able to do that. And I'm also looking to get the entire series in hardcover at some point this year as well, hopefully. Since we're talking about Pretty Little Liars, I've noticed one thing about the books that I feel is a big difference between the group of girls that we meet in the book and the group of girls that we meet in the TV series. For one, we have our liars in the book series separating after Allison's disappearance in 7th grade and then meeting up again in high school. In the TV show, they meet up a year, they're in high school, but they meet up a year later after her. That's one of the big differences. And I also think it contributes to how the liars interact with each other in the book versus the TV show. So in the TV show, I feel like when they connect, when they all meet up again, you can tell there's an instant connection and that these girls really care for each other and they're trying to look out for one another. You can definitely feel the bond when you're watching the TV show. Instantly, when they start to reconnect, you can tell that they've been old friends for forever and they're there to look out for one another. In the book series, I'm 10 books in, and these girls act like they could care less about one another. I feel like they're just working together because they're trying to take down A. That's their only motive for being around one another. 10 books in. I'm seeing a little bit of more of a connection than I did in previous books, where I feel like maybe there's a friendship and a bond starting to form between the girls again. But other than that, like if you told me that they're best friends, I would not believe you because they do not act like it. Anyway, those are my feelings. I'm ranting. I'm gonna get back to reading. I'll give you an update when I finish the Pretty Little Liars book. Alright, hey y'all. So it is not Monday. I did not get any reading done whatsoever this weekend, but I have a reason why. We started, I didn't know that we were going to be building my bookshelf for my attic library. And that took up the whole weekend, and I've been filming for that as well, so I didn't get much reading done. Reading currently this Hannah Montana backstage booklet. Do I count this in my reading for this reading vlog? Because you do read text. See, there's like text there. So technically, I am reading a book. It's just more of a comic. So yeah, I think it should count. What do you guys think? What do y'all think? Yeah, I'm counting it as reading. Definitely, because in this booklet, we're getting Hannah Montana. And she's telling us about how her tour is going. And it is like a story. So I'm definitely counting this as my 4th book for this reading vlog.
He laughed and the world just felt alright. But then I met you, a storm in disguise. Your fire burned truth right out of my eyes.
Alright, y'all, welcome to my unfinished new bookshelf that's in the background here. Yeah, it is now April 9th. I finished the Pretty Little Liars book that I talked about earlier in the vlog a couple of days ago. I didn't love it as much as I did the other books. This one really gave mid energy, to be honest. Like, the reveal of who the antagonist was in this book wasn't shocking to me. And I would say it's one of the weaker books in the series so far. I give this one a 3 out of 5. It was okay. I was reading my Hannah Montana Backstage Pass book, tour book. Basically, this is a tour book centered around Hannah Montana. And she's taking us, not Miley Cyrus, but Hannah Montana as she's getting ready for tour. And all the fun things she's doing while she's on tour. And each page kind of comes with its own, it's like a little pop-up book. Each page kind of comes with its own little pamphlet that has extra stuff in it, like pictures and bracelets and stuff like that. Unfortunately, this is a used copy, so most of the inside goodies are gone. But I was fortunate enough to get one that still had a poster of Hannah on it, which is really cool. I finished reading that, and yeah, So far in total, I have read 4 books this month. My brain has very much been into watching a lot of TV shows and collecting physical media. Very much in a nostalgic type of mood as of late. So I'm just collecting things that bring me joy and things that I didn't get to collect when I was younger. This should be my thumbnail, y'all. Oh, this will be cute. I have to take a picture. So yeah, I just finished buying season 2 and season 3 of Hannah Montana. And crazy enough, y'all, it was never released here in the US. So I had to buy a copy overseas on eBay, and I'm hoping that my DVD player plays it. Yeah. I've been very much into collecting physical media. And I'm not sure if I'm going to create a channel showing my physical media that I've been collecting, because that's another hobby that I'm into now. I'm not sure if I'm going to create another channel showcasing that, or I'm going to put it on this channel. Let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. Are you okay with me also showing, aside from books, showing different hobbies that I'm into, like collecting physical media, scrapbooking, and things like that? Let me know in the comments down below if you're cool with seeing that content here on this channel, or if you will want me to make another channel, and I can link it down below, and I can leave that content there. So you probably already seen the bookshelf video first and already seen the completion of it, but I'm obsessed with this bookshelf. I really wanted the Billy bookshelves from IKEA, but we were looking at the measurements, and it just wouldn't fit. The tall ones wouldn't fit in this attic, and the short ones don't look as cute as the tall ones. So I was just like, so we opted for building my bookshelves into the wall, and it's the most best decision I've made when it comes to books, because everything is fitting on there so far. And it's really exciting to be filming in a big bookshelf space and having space for that. Anyway, I'm geeking out over my books. I'm going to continue reading short books throughout this vlog until I feel like I'm out of a reading slump, because I'm still very much feeling very slumpy at this moment. I think I'm going to do is pick up Nothing But Black and Teeth. This is a short book. I think this is about some girl that goes into a haunted house and weird things start happening. I'm not too sure. I'm jumping into this blindly. And yeah, it's really short. So I thought, why not give it a read? And the cover is really creepy. I'm low-key scared right now. You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight by Kaylin Bayron. This book is about a girl that is at the summer camp, and she is filming a movie with her friends at that camp about slashers and final girls. And unfortunately, our main character becomes a final girl. It sounds really good. I read Kaylin Bayron's other book. I believe it was Cinderella's Not Dead, and I really enjoyed that. So I'm hoping to enjoy this one as well. And yeah, those are the next 2 books that I'll be trying to read in this vlog.
He's an ADHD prince in a castle too loud, trying to find his peace in the clouds. Let the swords clash, let the war drums sound. He just...
Who would want to spend their honeymoon in a haunted palace? Yeah, why would y'all do that? That doesn't sound fun or cute. Okay, hey y'all. So it's not April 16th, I think. I finished Nothing But Black and Teeth. I apologize if you can hear the AC in the background. I apologize for that. We moved upstairs to our attic, and we're just trying to get airflow circulating because there's not that good of insulation up here. But yeah, I enjoyed the story more than I thought I was going to. I heard all the reviews that I had of this book were really bad. So I was expecting the worst, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Basically, we have this group of friends who are celebrating their friend's wedding that's coming up. They decide to rent out this haunted house as a gift to their friend, that she's obsessed with haunted houses and stuff like that. Throughout the story, we're basically seeing the interrelationships between the friendship group, and we're being introduced to our main character, who has just kind of suffered a mental health breakdown. and she is now just rejoining her group of friends on this vacation that they have embarked on. I will say I did not like the mental health representation in this book. Not so much the main character, but the way that the best friends treated her. They treated her as if it was her fault that she had a mental health episode. That's the only thing in the story I didn't like. Also, throughout the story, we're getting this creepy entity that is inside this inside this house where our characters are, and we're getting inside that entity's head throughout the story as well. And I thought it was really well done for a short story. I felt like we really got to connect with the characters, and we had a lot of creepy elements while we were in this house environment.
She wears a crown that tilts to the side, lost in a book while battles collide. They call her queen, she shrugs at the name. Her paper crown burns brighter than flame. Peace and paper crowns will rise tonight. Through tangled woods and shards of light.
Okay, so only 5 pages in, and I already have a problem with this book. So it turns out at the beginning of this book, they're reenacting a horror scene. The scene ends and everybody kind of breaks character. A girl comes up to a guy and slaps him so hard across the face that spit flies out of his mouth. Why? Because she was upset that he was doing his job in the scene, in the movie that they're filming, and left her behind because that's what the script said to do. And this is an abusive situation that didn't need to happen. Alright, so voiceover me here. Yeah, I recorded this portion of the vlog, and the audio was so bad that now I have to do a voiceover. So I'm going to talk about the rest of the books that I read for the month. I finished the Pretty Little Liars series. And you know how like when you're reading a book series and you're loving it, but you get to the last book and it doesn't live up to the hype? That was very much the issue with this book. I felt like the last book was very anticlimactic, and it left me wanting more and kind of felt dissatisfied. And yeah, I just really didn't like the ending of the book series for the main series. Now, the author did come out with another book that takes place in the future, and I'm going to read that book at some point, and I'm hoping that that one is a better reading experience. But overall, I think I would give the Pretty Little Liars book series a 4 out of 5. Like, it wasn't the best, but it wasn't bad, if that makes any sense. Yeah, so that's my thoughts on that. I did finish also You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight. That one was a really, really fun read, y'all. It was really scary, really creepy, and they were not afraid to kill off my favorite characters. It really did leave an impression, and I gave this one a 5 out of 5. It was really, really good. So going forward, I'm going to be doing monthly reading vlogs because I feel like that just works for me instead of doing weekly. And I'm also going to be doing reading wrap-ups for the month as well. So you will be seeing that in another video. I'm going to be doing a reading wrap-up from January up to April. And yeah, that is going to be the vibe for things for now. And yeah, other than that, I will see y'all in the next video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
She wears a crown that tilts to the side, lost in a book while battles collide. They call her queen, she shrugs at the name. Her paper crown burns brighter than flame. Peace and paper crowns will rise tonight. Through dreams we